Good morning, Connect Church. How's your Monday going so far? This is our Monday morning devotional, and I just want to tell you a quick story. First of all, I need to remind us that God says that He has plans for us, plans to prosper us and not to harm us. He wants us to succeed. Now, I'm not going to get into what the biblical version of succeeding is, because sometimes people say, "Oh, it's you gotta make a lot of money, you gotta own a lot of property, you gotta be, wealthy as the world sees it." And I'm not going to get into that, because I really believe that each of us has a call and each of us has a gifting. And I really believe that for us to succeed, well, we need to obey God, honor the callings that He's put in our lives. And that's success. But when He says He has plans for us, plans to prosper us, not to harm us, I just want us to remember God loves us enough that He wants us to be the man or woman that He wants us to be. So, again, a little story. Many, many years ago, my son, who's now grown, married, and has 3 kids, but he was a young man, and the family, we had borrowed an RV and we were traveling. And Hope was driving, and I was sitting back at the dinette playing a little card game with Steven. And we were having fun. But I decided to step into the kitchen and prepare myself a little snack. And as soon as I got away from the table, I noticed that he was carefully arranging the cards. I didn't know how to handle what I was seeing, but he was laying them out real carefully. And then he carefully put them back in the stack. And then when I came back, he had this kind of a grin on his face. I knew something was up. I said, "We ready, son? You gonna deal?" He said, I'll deal, Daddy." "Okay." And he dealt those cards out. And I knew what had happened. I said, "Look out the window. Look at that pink car over there." And as soon as his attention was there, I switched the cards. I put my stack in front of him and his stack in front of me. And then he turned around, and I tried to have the best, calm look on my face. And we began to play. And he was winning. And I don't know who looked more confused, he or I, because I had carefully seen him stacking the deck. I had carefully seen him putting those cards in front of him and the other cards in front of me. And I had very obviously switched them. And finally I said, "Well, you're winning like crazy here. What's going on?" And he says, "I don't know, Dad, because I very carefully stacked this deck so you would win." Oh, bless his heart. No, he hadn't stacked the deck so he would win. He had stacked the deck so I would win. God says, "I have a plan for you, a plan to prosper you and not to harm you." God has our good in mind. He knows what we need better than we do. And He's there, willing, ready, and most definitely able to see to it that we get. So, quarantine, lockdown, tough times, don't worry. God will see to it that the best that can happen to us will happen to us. Man, have a great Monday. God bless you all. I love you. See you next week.